And welcome back to the second part of the Easy Step interview with QuickBooks. My name is David Roberts with HomeSoon Accounting. It took a little bit longer than it should have for the setup of the file, but here we are, customizing QuickBooks for your business. When you come to this screen, basically you can click Next. What do you sell? Services, products, or both? I usually recommend that you put both, simply because one day you may choose to do the other when you're doing one. For instance, the example we have here is an auto repair, which is basically service, but you'll be selling parts too, or you should be anyway. So we're just going to put both and go to the next. Do you sell products online? Now, the reason that they are asking you this is that the new QuickBooks versions will allow you to set up an online store and sell to people all over the world while you're sleeping. The transaction is then downloaded into QuickBooks, and you're told what to ship and where and everything else, and the money is directly deposited into your bank account. So even though we are repairing cars, we may want to sell parts online, so we'll put that as a recommended thing. Do you charge sales tax? Yes. This is another issue that's going to we'll elaborate a little bit more on it in a specialized section, but we don't really have time for it right now. Do you want to create estimates? This would be good. If somebody comes in, there's a problem with the car, you can guess how much it's going to cost to for the labor and everything to replace something, but then something might change, so you want to be able to have that opportunity to create the estimates. Do you want to track sales orders before you invoice your customers? In other words, what you're doing is somebody comes in and there's a part that you don't have, so you've got to create a sales order for one of your vendors to have it sent to you so that you can perform the work. So yes, we want to keep track of that. Do you want to use sales receipts? This is, instead of an invoice, it's a sales receipt. An invoice you get paid later. A sales receipt, somebody's paying you right now. So you definitely want to be able to have sales receipts in there. Do you want to use billing statements? I wouldn't do that, especially for this type of business, because as soon as the car is fixed, they have no need to pay you anymore, and you can't really do anything to stop them. So based on your kind of business, I would give this a little bit of thought. Progress invoicing, probably not. This would be more for construction contractors or something of that case, where you're invoicing them a third at a time until the project is complete. Do you want to keep track of bills that you owe? Probably a good idea, unless you want to forget that you owe bills and then just not pay them. So I would say yes. Do you print checks? Again, this is something that they have a website that you can order the check material from, and you can have it shipped directly to your business. You don't have to do that through the bank. Do you want to track inventory in QuickBooks? Chances are you're not going to be stocking up on a whole lot of inventory, because you're going to buy it as people come in to repair their cars. But if it does seem to be something that you need to do, then I would definitely do that. Do you accept credit cards? This is another thing that you can use the QuickBooks Merchant Services, and we'll discuss that at another time, but it is a very feasible option and reasonable rates. Do you want to track time? This is for employees, for customers when you bill by the hour, for things of that nature, so it's definitely recommended, and I would say yes. Do we have employees? Yes, we do. We have both kinds of employees, W-2 and 1099 independent contractors. Just a word about this, and then we'll have to close out part 2 of the Easy Step interview. The IRS is very particular about who's a W-2 employee and who is a 1099 contractor. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you read up on the laws in your state to make sure that you're not trying to create a 1099 contractor out of someone who is legally considered an employee. That will get you in some serious trouble with your state, and believe me, it's not worth dealing with the state government. Okay, we're coming to the end now. Again, my number is 407-968-5241. If you have any questions, just give me a call.